and welcome back to the Milton Zone podcast. I'm Erin.
I'm Jess.
And again, we are in the studio. We're in the same studio as last time due to issues.
Yeah,
mainly because
issues.
it was an absolute pain to travel to. But
Yeah.
we're back, we're locked in, and we're here for the Chinese Grand Prix debrief. But before we do start, I would just like to say my condolences to the family of Eddie Jordan.
Yeah.
I was devastated. Like, I literally had
So,
to...
I
it
got
was
a
so
Sky
bad.
Sports notification in class and she just screamed.
And I was always a very big Eddie Jordan fan. I found him an absolute character of a man. He was an icon, right? Absolute diva. Loved it. And this is going to sound really, really strange, but see the podcast him and David Coulthard done? I did listen to that on occasion, and I think he's absolutely brilliant. He's a brilliant mind, and he's done a lot for, like, the justice of Ireland. I don't know how to explain it, but he's done a lot for, like, Irish motorsports culture.
Yeah.
Because we've obviously got Alex Dunn. He's Formula 2 now, is he? He's the first Irish driver.
I think so.
And he's, like, one of the first Irish drivers in recent years.
Yeah.
So, my condolences to his family.
Sorry if you hear pops.
If you hear pops in the background, it's me stimming with this bottle. I'm trying to rip the cap off. I hate these attached lids.
Yeah, what's this about? Let me remove it. Like,
yeah, let me
Jesus.
just do it. So, China. That I sound like Dr. China.
I didn't watch it, guys.
Yeah, Jess and I took the turn this week of watching the Chinese Grand Prix. I fell asleep halfway through.
I did Australia, right? Australia was at 4. Like, I never slept. I was in a bad shape for like the whole college week.
6 a.m. wake up on a Sunday. This is
that's rough.
It's gonna be the same for Suzuka. It's gonna be 5 a.m. for us.
But we will need to be up anyway.
Yeah, so
we're
it's
going
justified. So I would just like to say a big apology to Sergio Perez, Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly. Yous were never the problem.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. Qualifies P20.
Like, come on, Checo did better. Like, no offense, right? But like, we all like complained about Checo last year, and granted, he cost Red Bull a fortune.
He
right?
did cost them
to
a
the
lot
point
of money.
where they could not afford a good car this. Like, they couldn't afford a good car this season. But at the same time, like, come on, at least he was getting some sort of points. Because this is, I know we're 2 races in, so we can't really judge
it. But when you're qualifying P20, when you're the most experienced rookie on the grids.
Yeah,
and
like
worse cars, may I add, in a Visa Cash App.
Exactly.
You replaced Daniel Ricciardo twice, and now you're like, oh, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. You qualified P20, Liam.
I think he might want to make friends now, mate.
Yeah, I think making friends is a good start. Start by sorting your beef with Fernando Alonso, and then befriend Gabriel Bortoleto. Then you're fine, right?
Yeah, because then you're in with at least the rookies. Where like right now,
And the excuse during qualifying, I just couldn't get the tyres down. My brother in Christ, you're just a liar. Just say you're not a good driver,
or say you're struggling to adjust to the car.
Yeah, it's not that
give us
difficult.
something.
Admit defeat. Don't be making excuses like, oh my god, it's the tyres. No, Liam, you're just not used to the car, and you're not a good driver.
Yeah, because I mean, even Hamilton said it takes time to adjust to a team.
Yeah,
like it'll take time.
He's still adjusting to Ferrari right now.
Yeah, and it'll take time for Liam to adjust to Red Bull because a Red Bull's car is built for Max.
It's built around Max.
Yeah,
like Alex Albon said it. It's like, see, when Max always wants his car to be sharp. And the way he described it was the sensitivity in a video game.
Yeah.
So Max wants it max sensitivity all the time. And that is difficult to adapt to. But when you're not Max Verstappen, you are going to struggle in that car.
No, literally.
And that is a thing. Also, I just know Toto Wolff is getting the champagne out, being like, I told you, I had it printed out.
I think, like, we saw the Jets land, Toto's jet land, and then Max's jet land. And then both left on the same day as well.
My question is, where the hell's George Russell going then?
Yeah, because it will be Georgie get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be Kimi, because Kimi's a little project.
Kimi is Toto Wolff's own project Verstappen.
Yeah, it's like Red Bull was Project Verstappen, like Ferrari was Project Leclerc, and then Mercedes is Project Antonelli.
It's Project Behrman, Project Lawson, Project Verstappen, and Project Antonelli.
Because we all know that Ollie's going Ferrari.
Ollie's going straight to Ferrari. He's getting the Charles Leclerc treatment. He is right in there.
Like, we're going to get like a couple of years until Lewis leaves.
Yeah,
and then,
which will be soon, apparently. Rumours are sparking in the world.
But he also said that he's going to retire later than Fernando, and Fernando's staying until the end of 26 at least.
Fernando Alonso said he would retire at the end of this season. He said he wasn't going to make it to 2026.
He said he was making it till the end of 2026.
This man is giving out more opinions than I could ever admit. Dog is talking at
this man's like us trying to discuss what to do in college, right?
Mate, it's
like
bad.
Horrendous.
But I would just like to say, Yuki Tsunoda, please, for the love of God, keep being a sassy icon. I love you. Did you not hear the radio?
No.
Oh my God! So he's like, for what? For what? Where did my front wing go? Right? Because he claimed the team were telling him he has front wing damage, and he's like, where? Where's the front wing damage? Where? He's like, oh, it's so sassy.
Snitches as well, mate.
Mate, was it like, did Charles just tell Pierre and Max to just start snitching on people?
Yeah,
because that's like his two besties.
His two friends were like, Max was like, yeah, and Charles's front wing is broken.
He's just looking out for his best. Shut up, mate. He's
like,
waiting for a DNF.
Mate. Yeah. Even though he was like, come on. To be fair, they did battle it out.
They did. They've done really well.
They're two of the best drivers on the grid. If Charles given the right car, he is a good driver.
Yeah, given the right car and given less trauma and no Mattia Binotto around him, he's brilliant. Sorry, I've just triggered Jess's fight or flight there. But I think, right, while Red Bull is mentioned, Mark Webber and Daniel Ricciardo, you two have cursed this second Red Bull seat, and I am so happy you have.
Yeah, same. I'm loving it.
Keep it cursed.
Keep it.
Did you see the...
Unless Daniel comes back.
Oh yeah, unless Daniel comes back, then uncurse it. Mark, no, uncurse it, please, please.
If he was one of the ones that cursed it, he can uncurse it.
Yeah, he can uncurse it. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
But I think Mark Webber and Daniel Ricciardo being the last two talented drivers in that Red Bull seat, and then everyone else having issues with the cars.
And then Checo was half decent.
Checo was okay.
Like, see, for like 2022 was alright.
Yeah.
2023 he did his best.
He done brilliant.
2024 he loved walls.
Yeah.
But
are we surprised? No.
He was. It kind of just went like after Danny. It kind of went downhill. Checo picked it back up ever so slightly.
Yeah. So I think I do owe Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon a massive apology. I don't owe Alex Albon an apology. I'm a fan's day dog.
I'm like going to say I don't owe him an apology.
I love Alex Albon, right?
I don't owe any of the two an apology.
Actually, a very late happy birthday to Alex Albon. Yeah, his birthday was on Sunday. Happy birthday, Albon. Love you.
Yeah.
So I think the Red Bull seat is cursed, and we are so cooked for this season as Red Bull fans.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
I turned round to Erin this morning and I went, do you know what? I actually think I'm more of a Max fan than I'm a Charles fan.
She's leaving the Fossey guys. We're so back.
No, do you know what it is, right? I've always been more of a Max fan than a Charles fan, but because I'm a Ferrari fan, I feel drawn to Charles. But then I'm more inclined to want Max to win a race than Charles. It's so bad. I'm like in a complicated web.
Complicated web. You've just like both drivers.
But
simple.
I'm like.
It's like.
I think I'd be a Red Bull fan if Max. No, I think I'd go fully Max if it wasn't Red Bull.
Yeah.
Like, but then it's also Ferrari. And like, if Max moved to Ferrari,
my life I've just got the image in my head.
No,
of
that
him
is
in
horrid.
Overalls.
Do you know Charles looks better in a Red Bull outfit than what Max would look in a Ferrari one?
I still think. See the people that Photoshop these.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are sick in the head. Y'all gave Mark Webber PTSD by putting Oscar Piastri in that overalls, in those Red Bull overalls.
I think he'd do well in Red Bull.
He'd do brilliant. Do not get me wrong. He would do brilliant at Red Bull. However, we're not giving Mark Webber any more PTSD from Red Bull than he already has.
That is second seat, mate. Absolutely not.
He is not. Mark Webber will not allow that. He would genuinely rather skin Fernando Alonso alive than go. And I'm saying that as a Webonzo duo lover. Yeah. Right? I love Webonzo as a duo. They're brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he would rather skin Fernando Alonso alive than watch Oscar Piastri be a second driver
go down the
in
same
a Red Bull.
Route he went down.
Mm-hmm. With another blonde German-speaking twink.
Four world
championship German-speaking and blonde in the main seat. This is history repeating itself if Oscar Piastri gets in that Red Bull seat. This is not a good idea. Speaking of Lando Norris, see, you've probably caused Mark Webber to crash out.
What do you mean?
Multi-21 Seb in the middle of the cooldown room.
And then the hat throw as well.
Lando, Lando. I am wearing your shirt. I am wearing your merch right now.
I'm wearing your shirt.
Sorry, guys. The look I've just gave to the camera is actually the camera.
I am the camera, guys.
Jess is the camera, but the look I've just gave Jess was absolutely abhorrent.
Wait until we get our own studio and we have our own camera, right? Wait until we have, or like, when me and Erin move in together and we build this studio, you just wait until we have a camera on us.
This is not going to be good.
Podcast film is going to be mortifying.
Yeah, we're going to have like a whole like little F1 wall. We've already got it designed. Like we're looking at houses.
We move our like little F1 sections of our rooms into the studio, so we just have a shelf each.
Yeah. Anyway, McLaren versus Ferrari sprint. Okay, first of all, congrats to Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, come on,
on
mate.
the sprint pole, and also being the first ever Ferrari sprint pole. Goat behaviour.
Guys, like, well done. You know what? Your second weekend in.
Second weekend in a Ferrari
And you're doing
sprint,
that
brilliant.
with that car. You know what? Fair play to you, mate.
Hauling that tractor at P1 in a sprint is insane.
I'm impressed. Hamilton, you know what? I'll give it to you for once.
Yeah, for once. But the car swap?
Yeah, so, right. So, people say, like, people have made it, like, media's made it a huge big thing saying, oh, Ferrari's told Hamilton to swap car positions with Leclerc and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even Fred has said, Hamilton made the suggestion. Hamilton was like, swap the cars.
Yeah.
So it's like the media took that out so far out of proportion.
So I don't want to hear anything about a British bias no more. I don't want to hear nothing about it.
Huh?
Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Sky Sports are like obviously so obsessed with Lewis Hamilton. Like, it's the British bias, it's the whole thing. And then they're like, and then something like this comes about and they switch it to make it like Hamilton's the villain. So I think
it's not a British team though.
It is not a British team, but it's still a British driver.
Not a British team, but you have a British team and British driver. It's like Mercedes. When Hamilton was at Mercedes, it was like, on you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a broken.
But you know what makes
pedal,
it even
it's fine,
funnier,
I'll duct
right?
tape it.
Mercedes are a German team, technically.
Aye, they
They
are.
just happen to have their HQ in Brackley because of the whole Braun thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is really, really stupid.
Well,
Also,
yeah.
Carlos Sainz. How in the living hell does your seat come undone from the car in the middle of the race?
It's in memes afterwards that like he just got his seat and he's just lost it again.
It's only 2 races and he can't lose his seat this early. Well, mainly Carlos, not some. Hamilton versus Verstappen is a sprint lockout. I'm 99% sure traumatized every single 2021 F1 fan.
Literally, I went, you know what, bring it back.
I remember, so this is kind of off topic, kind of is topic, but I remember when all the Dream SMP stuff happened this year, let me cook here, Tobo played Skyfall as the intro, right? And I seen a bunch of F1 fans in the chat being like, Tobo, you're giving me PTSD from Abu Dhabi 2021, behave. And everyone's like, is everyone else getting Abu Dhabi 2021 trauma? And I'll see every single Extreme SMP fan turned Formula 1 fan. And I'm like, I know what you are. Yeah. I'm the same, right? But oh my God, the trauma that song brings out in me now.
Skyfall, yeah, no, it's so bad. That is, it's in my it's in my sad playlist.
It's not in my sad playlist. It's in a lot of my driver playlists because I'm obviously make the driver. Speaking of playlists, yeah. Right? I cooked up a storm last night, so I messaged. We're back on the DR3 Wines talk. So I messaged the DR3 Wines team the other night when the post about Daniel having a song for the Enchanté Rosé came out, and I popped up being like, "Is there a playlist for each wine?" And they went like, "Oh, we'll see," with like 2 eye emojis. So you know what I took initiative and I made one for each wine.
And they're good.
They are, in my opinion, brilliant, right?
Yeah.
Because I've got goated music taste. But like, DR3, if y'all want the link, just give us a little DM.
My music taste is Erin's music taste.
Yeah, she steals all my playlists. All my driver.
To be fair, recently I've made my own.
Recently, yeah.
But like at the start of the year, it was constant. Erin would send one in. I'm like, mine now.
Yeah, I sent her all of my driver themed playlists because I do have a lot of them.
I think there's pretty much one for anyone you like.
There's like one for Mick. There's one for Valentino Rossi. There's one for Carlos. One for Jensen. One for Mark. One for Seb. There's a Red Bull Golden Menaces one, which is just Seb and Max because icon. There's a Lando one, which is ironically nicknamed DJ Tarkov, that's a brilliant nickname in my opinion. DJ Tarkov.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my DJ name. That's my DJ name now. Right. V-Carb. I want to have a chat with you. How do you fumble a two-stop?
Oh?
So they basically fumbled Yuki Tsunoda's entire strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
By giving him a two-stop when he very much did not need one. Everything was fine in the car. But yeah, also Piastri got his first pole. I am so happy.
Converted it to a win.
Yeah, but it's also the new record. He beat Lewis Hamilton. He bet Sebastian Vettel.
So can we talk about the fact Lewis bet the record this weekend, and then Oscar
just came in and went no.
Like exactly after.
Close enough. Welcome back, Kimi Räikkönen. Right? Like that's all I gotta say here.
He actually is. Everyone's always said that though. He's like a reincarnation.
So we've got Ice Cube, Iceman, Ice Boy, and Ice Cube, which is Robin Räikkönen. I seen someone comment that under one of Kimmy's posts with Robin. He was like, "Oh my god, so excited to see little Ice Cube in Formula One in 2054," and I'm like, "This is evil."
Ice Cube, I love Ice Cube.
Ice Cube is
Ice
a
Cube
madness.
Is so funny. That's so cute though.
That is actually really cute. But I think I'm the only person who's seen this. Right? There is a Ted Kravitz cameraman lookalike out there. Like, there's a cameraman. I think it's for ESPN.
Oh.
He is the double of Ted Kravitz. And I genuinely, I thought I was going insane when I seen this. Sorry about that noise, guys. Jess is just having a fight with the mic stands.
This mic arm's horrendous. I'm bringing my own.
Yeah, just bring your own next time.
Yeah.
But this dude genuinely is his double. And I had to scroll back in the Sky Sports being like, am I seeing that right? Is that Ted Kravitz? No, it's no Ted Kravitz. It's the cameraman. Also, so I spoke about this in the Australia one, but I want to get a little bit more in depth here. So, as we all know, Rocket Powered Mohawk, you love him, you hate him. He's like Marmite, right? Yeah, they'll love him to pieces or you hate him, right?
Aye.
Personally, I find him quite entertaining. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he says, but I still find it entertaining. You know what I mean? It's like watching American politics. But he obviously made that whole RPM awards ceremony and basically said a bunch of stuff about Lance Stroll.
Usual.
And then Lance Stroll proceeds to absolutely cook in Australia.
Yeah, right.
Rocket Power Mohawk gives him his dues, while also making a slightly ableist comment.
Usual.
What does Lance Stroll do? Hauls that thing up to mid-points. Was it like P6 or something?
Antonelli was P6.
P6, yeah, so P7. He hauled that Aston Martin tractor up to P7.
Yeah, mate.
I feel like a lot of people actually forget that Lance Stroll is a really talented driver. Right? Now, I know that sounds bad given a lot of the crashes and a lot of how he acts.
Mate, can you stay out? Yeah, I can stay out into the wall.
Yeah, but like, besides all of that and a lot of the crashes, he is still a really talented driver. Like, people forget he was an F2 and F3 like champion. A lot of people do forget that. And it sucks seeing that because I see a lot of things on like Twitter and Instagram, even a lot of content creators that I follow act like that around Stroll, and I'm like, this is going to sound really, really stupid and really parasocial, but he is still somebody's son. They're all still somebody's kid at the end of the day, and I know they see that. Also, Hattie Piastri. I just love Hattie Piastri so much. I think she's an icon.
Nicole and Hattie, love you.
Yeah, they're actually my favourite Piastris. Sorry, Oscar. So, Bortoletto, right? Bro comes in, second week, already gets a penalty. Free my boy, he done nothing wrong. I don't care. He done nothing wrong. He spun out, was apparently impeding on Jack Doohan. Was it Jack Doohan? One of the Alpines, right? One of the Buzzcut boys, right? Also, please, for the love of God, may Pierre Gasly's hair grow back, because if I need to look at another post-race interview with that god-awful hairline, I will actually lose my mind.
Why did he get rid of his hair? What's this about?
I know. And Ferrari. Double disqualification for an illegal car and an underweight car. But it's so funny. I'm getting spam FaceTimed right now.
By who?
Some random unknown number. They've been trying it for months and I'm just like, no, I don't.
FaceTimed?
Yeah.
Answer it.
I might actually. I'll answer it when we're done filming, right? But Ferrari double disqualification. Papaya 1-2. What a brilliant week.
Max, you legend.
Papaya won 2, and George Russell.
Max, you know what? You got 4th with that.
Yeah, he get P4. That's good. Still better than Liam Lawson.
It's like they might as well be a lifeboat,
we need to talk
mate.
about that. We need to talk about that. Liam Lawson getting the sack. Liam Lawson is getting the sack, allegedly.
So Ralph Schumacher said it wasn't confirmed, but Red Bull are saying about having Liam out in time for Japan. There's rumours going that Red Bull are trying to take Franco on loan.
Yeah, they're in talks with Alpine to get Franco.
But they also had talks like with Franco about just signing him in general, like, and that didn't happen.
That'd be class, you can.
No, yeah, I was all here for it, and then it didn't happen, and they signed Lawson instead.
They sacked my beloved Daniel, and then chucked in this cretin. Sorry, that's really mean, but I really don't like Liam Lawson's attitude. I think he's got a really bad ego, and I think the fact that he's got to Formula 1 is really, really added to that, and I think it's genuinely disgusting how he talks sometimes.
I don't like his attitude either. That's my whole thing.
I honestly think his ego is disgusting. I think
he could probably be such a nice person.
He could be an absolute gem, right?
He could be such a nice human, but then it's just like, well, he is a nice human. You see like clips of him.
Yeah, he's
talking to fans.
Genuinely lovely person. It's just
it's like attitude on interviews or like race, like his race personality. Because I know that a lot of drivers have this personality.
Max is a big thing for that.
Yeah, like drivers have different personalities.
Yeah,
like, they're not
the same person when they get in the car as they are out of the car.
Yeah, but like it's Liam in interviews, it's like attitude in the car, attitude.
Yeah,
like, I don't like that, but he seems like such a sweet human otherwise.
Yeah, and it's like I get like little insights of like Mad Max sometimes, and it really, really annoys me because it's that type of attitude.
I loved Mad Max. So.
I did love Mad Max. You know who it reminds me of, and I can't believe I need to say this. It's giving Stroll in Qatar 2023 when he threw the wheel. He threw the wheel down in the front wing, damaged it, and then proceeded to push his personal trainer. That is the attitude I get off Liam Lawson, and it makes me sick.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it just sounds bratty. Almost, you know what I mean? And I don't mean in a cool like Charlie XCX way. I mean like a brat.
Yeah, like the negative type.
Yeah, brat / neg. But I think it's disgusting. But what I want to know is if Yuki does go to VCarb, is he going to get treated the same? Because there's already a lot of issues with Red Bull that we will talk about next week.
Yeah.
So we'll get that sorted. But I just think it's been genuinely disgusting. And Red Bull recently. Red Bull for the past couple of years has just been horrendous, but we'll get into that next week. So thank you for listening to the One Podcast. I've been Erin.
I've been Jess.
And we'll see you next week for our deep dive into Oracle Red Bull Racing and Visa Cash App Racing. Bye!
Bye!